Hello everyone, my name is Vidana and today I'm gonna be sharing about my professional teaching identity and philosophy for Unit EC500. And this presentation will look at how my own childhood experience intersects with my recent placement. I will also show how these personal reflections combine with Australian education frameworks which could have shaped the kind of early childhood teacher I'm going to become in the near future. So, teaching in early childhood is so different from primary school. It is not about standing at the front of the room giving instructions, telling children what to do, but instead, effective teaching is the intentional practice of guiding children to do creative play and agency within a safe and caring environment. This directly links to the EYLF version 2.0 principle of high expectation and secure relationship. As educator, our job is to step into everyday spontaneous play moments and turn them into meaningful opportunity for learning. So I will reflect on my past experience using the SON model of reflection. And when I talk about this, I always remember and look back at my own past experience to guide my current actions. When I was a child, my preschool teacher, Mrs. Sockley, always sat on the floor and become our co-player in our messy indoor and outdoor games. And this memory heavily influenced by choices during my recent placement. And for a group of 4 or 5 years old, when I was trying to build a bridge in the sandpit, out in the heavy wooden planks, my first instinct as a student teacher was to step in and stop them because it looked a bit risky. But I always have to keep in mind that I should step back. So instead, I would just stood somewhere nearby just to keep an eye and ask open-ended questions about how to balance the weight and so on. And by not taking over, I allow the children to safely solve their own engineering problems. So to back up my actions with academic research, I mapped this sandpit moment that I used to have this kind of experience as a child to Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory. And Vygotsky also reminds us that children learn best through social interaction within their ZPD, which is the zone of proximal development. And this is a sweet spot where they can achieve more with little help. And by asking guiding questions rather than giving them the answers, I was intentionally scaffolding their learning at the same time as they playing. This is exactly what the EYLS version 2.0 called intentional teaching. This is deliberate, thoughtful practice, not just passive supervision. Doing this also show that I am meeting the AITLS, which is the Australian Institute for Teaching and School Leadership Standard 2.1, by using specialized content knowledge to expand how children learn through play. As a result, a major turning point for me happened sometime during week 10, if I'm not wrong, for the peer feedback session in the class. So originally my teaching pillars was just focused on basic play, supervision, but my friend challenged me to go a little bit deeper, and they actually pointed out that my approach to cultural diversity was a bit superficial and risked being tokenistic. And because of that feedback, it did actually helped me a lot, and I completely rebuilt my pillars. So I realized that my identities must actually support the early childhood Australian codes of ethics by standing up for children's rights, and I also have to learn about things that I need to meet, such as the AITLS Standard 2.4 and national closing the gap targets by embedding real, authentic Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspective into our daily learning spaces as well. So today, my professional identity stands on two core pillars. So the first one is being a facilitator of purposeful play, and the second one is an advocate for Children Agency. In line with the Quality Area 3 for the National Quality Standard, I view children as strong and capable citizens who have a right to shape their own day. So, tomorrow when I step into the classroom, I will commit to three different changes. So, first of all, creating long, the not rush or the unhurried blocks of time for play instead of rushing children through rigid routine. And the second one, involving children directly in designing the room layout. And the third, getting down to eye level during conflicts to help them negotiate their own solution, which respect and protect the agency as well. So, to wrap this up, I know that my teaching identity will always keep growing. In line with our unit goals, I promise to keep reflecting critically, working with my friend, my peer, my mentors in order to adapt my practice. And I have to keep in mind that is the way to always honor the right voice and capability of young children. So this should conclude my presentation. Thank you so much for your listening. And the next slide will be my references. Thank you very much.